So this is something I felt like I had to make a video on. Poll: 37% of Alabama evangelicals more likely to vote for Moore, as in Roy Moore, after allegations. So, okay. His allegations, by the way, were of sexual misconduct with a minor, aka pedophilia. So, luckily, we here at Ephrom Josine have picked up a Roy Moore voter of our own. He's around the age of the average Roy Moore voter, about 74. Come out here, typical Roy Moore voter. Here he is. Hello, sir. I'm a typical Roy Moore voter. Oh, why typical Roy Moore voter? I wanted to do a little interview with you. How do you feel about about the allegations of Roy Moore? Well, Ephrom, I'll tell you, I don't believe them. Okay, so, I mean, it isn't like those liberal pedophiles in Hollywood who had actual proof. The only proof was basic testimony. I know. However, it's different from Roy Moore. Why is that? Because none of those people were gay. What? What? Well, you see, Ephron, I like Roy Moore. I trust him more because he's not gay. Some of those guys were. Look at Kevin Spacey. It's true. It's true. Where did you find the statistic Breitbart? Trump even pulled an article out on him on the O'Reilly factor. O'Reilly also committed sexual assault. Well, I don't believe that. That was all a plot by Soros. What? I don't get this guy. But, okay, Roy Moore voter. I assume, since your name implies you supported Roy Moore since the primaries, is that correct? Yes, that is very correct. Okay. Why did you support Roy Moore? Because he was the only candidate who was going to properly punish the gays. He committed sexual misconduct with a minor. That's pedophilia. It's arguably worse than homosexuality. I don't know, Ephraim. I mean, the Bible says a lot of bad things about homosexuality. It doesn't say nearly as many bad things about pedophilia. God even endorses it at some point. He tells Moses to keep all the little girls to himself. And so you live by all of that. Yes. So you're a fundamentalist. Yes, I am. I'm proud fundamental. I supported Ted Cruz. You know, Ted Cruz 2020. Okay. So, Roy Moore voter. Roy Moore's previous two big controversies were wanting to keep the Ten Commandments outside of a public building, as well for his hatred of gay marriage, even after the Supreme Court case that determined it. What do you think of those controversies? I mean, I already know what you think of the second one. What do you think of the first one? I completely agree with Roy Moore. America's a Christian nation. No, it isn't. It's an extremely secular nation. So it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. It's all a liberal conspiracy. Thomas Jefferson said Thomas Jefferson was a liberal conspiracy. He didn't exist. Okay? Then who was our third president? There was no third president. It was all Alexander Hamilton. What? What? Alexander Hamilton was never a president. So even if we pretend Jefferson doesn't exist and he was the one who was president between 1801 and 1809, that would have still been a no. He was actually our second president. No, he wasn't. Yeah, no, alright. How do you know? Were you there? Were you? Okay, You don't know how old I am. I knew the truth until the liberal media covered it up. Didn't you read 1984? That was fiction. No, that actually happened, the real 1984. Until Ronald Reagan came and saved us. Ronald Reagan was the actual president in 1984. Ah! No. You see, Ronald Reagan held a successful American Revolution in 1776, and he was the leader. Okay. Do you mean George Washington? No, it was Ronald Reagan. That's just a fact. No, it isn't. Oh, I don't know about you, Ephrom. Are you some sort of biased liberal? I can show you tons of facts that prove that Reagan wasn't even born until the 1900s. Oh, what? You got Wikipedia? That might as well be called Liberalpedia. A conservapedia. It has a conservative. It's just a liberal biased media too. All media has a liberal bias, no matter what. So that was Roy Moore Voter. I'm sure you had a great time on the show, Roy Moore Voter. We hope to have you back sometime. I'm Ephrom, and good night.